Today, I'm going to talk about being a chronic illness advocate. Raising awareness for your chronic illness is essential, especially when you have a rare disease like I do. Awareness sparks research, and research finds treatments and cures. Today, I'm going to share with you all 5 ways that you can become an advocate for your chronic illnesses. The first way is to share your story, and more importantly, be comfortable with sharing your story. The thing about chronic illnesses is that they tend to be invisible. You can't tell by looking at me that I have had 42 tumors removed, or that I lose my vision due to migraines. That is why it is so imperative that we put a face on chronic illness and give it a voice. By sharing your story, you are also shining a light for anyone who feels like they are in this fight alone. The second way is to do your research. You need to learn all you can about your illness. Who gets it? What are the causes? How is it diagnosed? What are the symptoms? What are the treatments? You need to be your own advocate when it comes to your care, because chances are doctors don't always know what's best, especially when you're rare. I can't tell you how many times I've educated doctors on my rare disease, multiple hereditary exostosis. Nurses, physical therapists, ER doctors, even my pain management doctor had never heard of MHE until they met me. I remember one time I moved wrong and the tumors on my ribs made breathing very painful, so I had to go to the ER. There, I had doctors read to me the Wikipedia page on MHE. Needless to say, that was the first and most likely last time I'd ever go to the ER for my MHE. The third way is to write. Start a blog, post on Instagram, write a letter to the editor in response to stories about chronic illness. Share your perspective and struggles to educate the world on the reality of chronic illness. The best thing about writing is the fact that your words can and will help so many others who are struggling. Even if it's just a caption on Instagram talking about your pain, you are not only sharing your reality, but showing those struggling that they're not alone. The fourth way is to get involved. Reach out to organizations related to your illness or volunteer. The best thing about this day and age is that social media makes it very easy to get involved with the chronic illness community. There are so many different support groups and communities on all forms of social media that will introduce you to other chronic illness warriors who are going through the same thing. The fifth and final way I'm going to share with you today is to call your representatives in Congress when legislation affects you. Make your voice heard. For example, I called my local representative in regards to HR 1313. The Preserving Employee Wellness Programs Act is a bill that would allow employers access to genetic information. But that's a whole nother vlog, so stay tuned for that one. I want to end off by saying becoming an advocate has been the most rewarding thing I had ever done. Although it's scary at first, opening up to the world and shining a light on the life that you once tried to hide, sharing the burden of your story with the world takes that weight off of your heart and leaves room for the healing process to begin. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. I hope you'll reach out, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram @MapleSyrup.